a pretty bad day with them for sure. I do apologize about that. So,
What I'm saying, are they allowed to call you from different phone numbers like every 5 minutes or so? And different phone numbers, and they're real aggressive. And the guy's like, oh, I got your social, I got your address, I got your email. I'm like, that's all over the dark web. Do you know that everybody's information's on the dark web?
oh yeah,
Yeah, because when Equifax had this big data breach back in 2017, they left their database open for 65 days. So these Chinese hackers cleaned the whole system out. They got over 355 million people's information. That's a lot. I'm talking million, 355 million. And what they did months later, I got an alert saying your information's on the dark web. It's got on there social, date of birth, address, driver's license number, phone numbers, emails, previous addresses. And my friend told me that when they did that, the Chinese hackers actually stole the patent. How does Equifax report about his debt? And they actually stole the patent on how to make a database to store everybody's debt information. You know what I mean?
oh wow, no,
Yeah.
I didn't know all
Yeah.
that.
See, what the
That's
problem
pretty
is in
concerning.
America, you call these debt bureaus or whatever you call them, they say credit, but it's actually debt. But they operate overseas, so they got our information overseas. And when I call these people, they don't tell you where they're from. They'll tell you we're offshore and I'm working from my house. I said, okay, you're in another country working out of your apartment and I'm giving you my identity information. It's not safe.
Right.
And the guy said the reason why they do that, there's loopholes. There's loopholes, the data breaches. If a data breach happens, there's some kind of leeway there because they're overseas and they don't pay taxes. For some reason, other countries don't like to pay taxes. When they come over here, my friend runs a business. He said they refuse to pay tax. I'm like, why is that? He said, because their country don't pay taxes. I said, well, they got to pay tax. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, I
Oh
figured
wow.
it's not a legit when they call like that. And they're very aggressive when they kept on calling me. You know? My wife told the guy on the phone, you're being a
Right.
prick. He was very aggressive. We want our money. We're going to sue you, this and that. I had these type of calls a couple years ago that did the same thing. Different phone numbers saying they were a payday loan, collection agency. We're going to sue you. We owe us over $1,000. Where in the hell you get a payday loan for $1,000? There's a cap of like $500 to $800 in most states. Okay? Why are you saying it's over
Right.
$1,000? Right there's a bell. You know what I mean? Then he said it happened like 30 years ago. I'm like, what? I'm like, that'll ring a bell either. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it just didn't ring a bell. And they keep on calling me. I'm like, I'm back to back like that. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't know how they got my wife's phone number. They were calling her. I guess her information's on the dark web also. I'm thinking that's what they're doing. They're doing these fake bill collecting things on the internet. They're getting the information off the dark
Right.
web because they sell the information. Believe it or not, if you go on there and look, you could buy somebody's identity for $5. And somebody told me, well, how you get the information off the dark web? It doesn't go away. It stays there. You know what I mean? It stays on there. Once it's on
Oh
there, it's
wow.
on there. Mine's been on there since, like I
Right.
said, the 2017, and it's still on there. When I do a scan, it's on there like 14 times. It says dark web scan, dark web scan. You see it on there, and it's on there 14 times on different sites. It's got all my information on there. It's got name, date of birth, address, driver's license number, emails, phone numbers, and previous addresses. So what happened is someone's been filing tax returns using my information for the past 3 or 4 years. Then I had then I had
Oh wow.
then I had checks mailed to me, debit cards mailed to me from Bank of America, and I called them up. I said nobody. I said I didn't open any accounts up. She goes, didn't you count up online back in May? I'm like, no. I said, you guys need to stop this. They did it twice in a year. Yeah, they said somebody opened an account up using your identity. It wasn't me. They used my old address where I used to live. They're sending it there. So the people come down my new address and give me the mail. Said, here's your mail. And they're using my old address off the dark web. That's how I know they're getting from the dark web. You know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say, oh, my information ain't on the dark web. I said, only time will tell. When I filed my tax return, I got a letter saying I already filed. And I said, no, I didn't. And I called them up on the phone, and somebody used my information. Then I had to wait a whole year for my refund because they said they process the identity theft ones. They process them by hand, one by one. They were short staffed, and they get over 2 million identity theft tax returns every year. 2 million. That's why it takes a year to get a refund. Yeah, it's bad. I mean,
that's outrageous.
Right. That's why they're switching for facial recognition now, because the guy was like, "We got your social." That don't mean anything. That's all over the dark web. You know, I get a letter in the mail every 2 to 3 months about a data breach. Yeah, I get food delivered here from my insurance company. They sent me a letter saying their system got hacked and my information got exposed. So yeah. So do I need to call the Federal Trade Commission on these people? What should I do?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you right now, even if these guys are legitimate, there's laws to prohibit debt collectors from placing repeated or continuous telephone calls to annoy, abuse, or harass you, or others who share your phone number. And they're also prohibited from communicating with you at times or places that are inconvenient for you too as well.
Right.
Now, if these are scammers, I mean, honestly, the best situation in this case would probably be to contact the Federal Trade Commission, but not just the Federal Trade Commission, though.
Yeah.
1 second. I want to give you some contact information. Is that okay?
Yeah, because I had the police here several times about the data breaches, about them doing stuff in my name. And the detective said there's really much we can't do because a lot of this stuff happens overseas and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He said we can't track these people. I said, well, I just want an identity theft report. I had 3 identity theft reports done in the past couple years. I said, I want it done in case someone told me that somebody can get an ID with their picture and my information on it. They can get a job in my name with a picture, you know what I mean? They're doing that all. That's how bad it is nowadays. Someone's out there working using my identity. If something happens real bad, they come knock on my door. I get thrown in jail because someone's using my identity. You know, I hear this crap all the time. That'll never happen to me. It must happen in your area. But when they got 355 million people's information, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And these companies sell your data. Equifax and them Experian and all that. These companies sell your data and you don't even get a penny of it. That's how they make their money. They sell your information. It should be illegal to do that. You know what I mean? That's like me having 1,000 people's identity information and I sell it to somebody else and they sell it and they sell it. Next thing you know, someone's used your information because it's getting tossed around like a piece of paper in the wind. Yeah. They sell it. That's how they make money. They make billions. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
For some reason, it's okay for the credit bureaus to do it. Yeah, go ahead. You there?
Yeah, what state do you live in?
I'm in Kentucky.
Kentucky? Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to give you do you know who your guys' state attorney general is?
Yeah, Dan Cameron.
Okay, so in this case, not just the Federal Trade Commission, and you've already, got the police involved, which is good. Yeah, they wasn't able to do anything but paper trail.
Right.
You also want to report this to your state attorney general as well.
They already know about it. They know what's going on.
Okay.
They know. I just did all that to make sure. Someone told me that, like I said, they get an ID with their picture with your information on it because they got the information off the dark web. And the way technology is nowadays, they can make fake driver's license. They look real. You know what I mean? Yeah, so somebody told me the way technology is, they can actually duplicate it. That no matter how hard they try to make it impossible to duplicate an ID or make an ID, they can get it done. That's what I was told. I mean, I don't know. So I did everything on my end, but it gets annoying because during the pandemic, I was dealing all kinds of fake bill collectors call me, and I fell for one. And I hired an attorney to trace this number and the address. And basically, he says it's a UPS store address. Quit sending them money. I said, I already sent them money. He said, stop sending them money. They're scammers. And they were doing the same crap about the payday loans back then. It kind of died out. Then they used it again, different locations. You know what I mean? Then when I said I had the Federal Trade Commission on the other end, they hung up on me. They're fake. So why would they do that? Why they would get so aggressive? They talk about taking you to court, taking you to jail. We're going to get you. We're going to make you miserable. We want our money. If we got to take you to court, that $1,000 is going to be $10,000. Court fees and fines and all that. That's what it. And they kept on calling and calling and calling and calling. Yeah. I'm talking about multiple times a day. That's why I know they're scammers. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. Did you know they buy these debts pennies on the dollar and they come after you for the full amount?
No, I did not know.
Say if you owe a hospital bill, say it was $500. Okay, and they couldn't collect on it. So they sell it to another company for like $5. Well, then that company comes after you for the full 500. Yeah, they sell it. They sell the debt off. And that's another reason why it gets tossed around and your information gets floated around. Next thing you know, someone's got your identity information. But anybody can get your identity information off dark web and call up and say, hey, this is John Doe from ABC Debt Collection. You owe us $1,000. If we don't get our money, you're going to go to jail. We're going to sue you. We're going to take you to court. And that $1,000 is going to be $10,000. And they get, you know, that's what they do. Yeah. This is crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess that's all I can do. I mean, they all know, the police know, detectives know, the IRS knows. The IRS made me do a facial scan. Every time I do my taxes, I have to get online and scan my face. I don't put my social in. They do facial recognition.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because like I said, your social security number is all over the dark web. Everybody's got your social. Everything you do, they ask for your social. Doctor's office, hospital bill, you get pulled over by the police, what's your social? They run your social through a radio and your information. People listen to scanners. They can write down your information, your address, phone number, all that. It's just all over the place. Yeah, it's just crazy. But yeah, I guess I'll be all right. Everybody knows about it, so. Alrighty.
Well, let me give you this phone number to the Federal Trade Commission real quick.
I got it because I called him today. I tried to.
When you're ready.
I got it.
Oh, okay.
I tried to call him today, but I was busy. I'll call him Monday.
All right, sounds good.
Alrighty, thank you.
I will let you know, though, you can also find additional information on our website, consumerfinance.gov. If you don't mind, though, please be sure to stay on the phone for a brief survey, and thank you for calling.
Another thing, too.
You have a great day.
Yeah, another thing, too, while you're there. Yeah, I just want... It's kind of weird that they call from different phone numbers when they call you like 4 times, 5 times in a row. Different phone numbers.
Oh, yeah, ID.
Yeah, how they do that? Is that spoofing?
Yes.
That's called spoofing?
Yep.
Yeah, so it is a scam then.
Yeah.
Texas, Ohio, Kentucky, Georgia, Florida, different phone numbers. Same guy.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, okay. Alrighty, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll do the survey.
Thank you.
Thank you for participating in this short optional survey.